All right, now we're gonna get to the keyboard section. I kind of did a quick overview of the DAWs, went a quick overview of the beat machines. Now I'm gonna show you a quick overview of the keyboards that I have. And as you can see, I don't have a small amount. I actually have a large amount. And let's just say we were in a live studio and you wanted to use one of these. Let's say you wanted to use a mini Moog. A mini Moog is going to cost you $300 and up. This synthesizer is Magellan. You can get that in Magellan. What is that? Is that propeller head? Magellan. I don't know who makes Magellan. I know Thor is propeller head. That's probably why I said that. You got your Korg IMS-20, Arctic keys. You got Thesis. You got a Korg module. You got Moog. And all these have their nice, cool little features. So I'm gonna show you just the quick overviews of some of these things. Like it's amazing. Look at this. Look at that. That's sick, man. That's sick. That's sick. You know that's sick. And then look, you can see the waveform. You can see the waveform, bro. The waveform. Look at that.
I have made and I have made, I have made and I have made and I have made, I have made and I could sing. I have made and
So I mean, this app right here has kind of got some crazy stuff in it. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the stuff in this thing. Whoa. Okay, so I mean, like the things you can do with some of these keyboards. I mean, like the BS. The reason I like the BS is because I play a lot of in churches. I go and play in churches, and they pay me to play in churches. And the beautiful thing about that is you can get sound fonts for a lot of these gospel chords and gospel keyboards, like the Motifs, the Planet Fats, the old school rap, Triton sounds. You know what I'm saying? Those rolling sounds. You can get all those. So you can put I mean, and if you. The libraries, I mean, it's... The beautiful thing about these keyboards you can hook up a MIDI keyboard and just play outboard. Like in my studio, I have all my stuff since I'm at home. I don't have really none of that to show you right now, but it is the reason that is you can use your own sound fonts. So that's an app that you can actually put your own sound fonts in. Then you got Novation's cool little launch key that works with the keyboard. It's got nice little visuals. Makes it very colorful. A lot of them got arpeggiated sounds. So it's got some cool stuff. You can turn it off. So you can do some cool manipulation with that one. Then you got Sunriser, which is another great app. It's got great sounds. You can change through all the different. I like how they have it laid out because sometimes you don't necessarily know what sounds you want, but you know what kind of sound. So you can go to your settings and say you want something a little more crazy. So this app's pretty cool because it's got great sounds and it's got a great library. That's pretty. So it's got some cool sounds in it, I can't lie. Crazy stuff. So Sunrise is pretty cool. But again, a lot of these, each one of these, you're talking about $300, $400, $800, $1,200 a piece for some of these. This is a real keyboard. This is a real keyboard. They make that synthesizer. This is the version on the app. Now this app, I don't remember what it cost, but I know it was what? It couldn't have been no more than $14, $7. Versus paying $1,200 for that keyboard, $800 for that keyboard. I mean, all you gotta do is hook up a MIDI keyboard and you have an iOS workstation. All these apps is basically you have a multi-keyboard. And I know that sounds stupid, but what I'm saying is all of these are all keyboards plugged into one USB, into one MIDI keyboard, an Akai, a Roland. What's dope in the iOS is people like Line 6, they make things that are they make keyboards and MIDI controllers that are strictly for iOS. So you can go Lightning in, 30 connector in, 30 pin connector in. Also, IK Multimedia makes some great ones. They make iRigs, iKeys, iPro keys, which are pretty great. A lot of these apps a lot of these keyboards allow you to just plug in, and then you can utilize your fingers on here to change the parameters, and then you can use, instead of having to play, I mean, because I'm a musician, so cramming my fingers on here, I mean, it's cool for playing around, but when I need to really make some stuff, I need a keyboard. So all I basically do is set this up in my little rig that I have set up and use this USB to my MIDI controller, and this becomes, now I have an Alchemy keyboard. It's not an app. It's not a toy. It is a synthesizer. And when I tell you these sounds are amazing, you got a mini, Moog. I mean, all these knobs are all manipulatable. You can change your scales. That's pretty dope. You just slide your on how many how easy you want it. So like a lot of these things have things. I should say a lot of, like this is pretty cool. I like Sound Prism because it's a unique synthesizer. And what makes this synthesizer unique is because it's not really scaly like you would it's not really pads. It's not, as you see, it's more so it's kind of let's say you change your octaves. Yeah. See, you can kill it. I mean, I'm retarded, so I'm gonna do some crazy stuff anytime I hear something. This is a really dope little one because it takes synthesizers and puts them on pads. So instead of you playing keys in the traditional sense, you're playing pads. You can, of course, you can change the scales. You can do major pentatonic, chromatic, stuff like that. You can probably do jazz chords and Chinese chords. And So each one of these synths have their own pluses. Some have minuses. These Yamahas they look cooler than what they are. You got things like iGrand. iGrand piano is great because they use a very high volume of sound quality. So these apps are going to be like a gig. Like, these apps aren't small. So this is why people might tell you, don't get the small iPads with 16 gigs, or you got to get them you got to get the ones that that have some space in them, so you can put all these apps in here, because that's how you're able to use. Look at this. Look at how many pianos you were able to choose from. And I mean, it's simple as visually changing it. I mean, I grew up with a keyboard in my bed because I bought a keyboard and I had to physically touch the buttons. It was a Roland XP80, and I was able to play that in the dark because my mom would tell me to cut the lights off, boy. You know what I'm saying? I paid for the keyboard, but you didn't pay for this electricity. So I had to play with my headphones in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't know what I was doing. So I really couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't read any parameters. So I was playing all by sight. It's unbelievable, the things you can do. I mean, I love it. And they're all great, authentic sounds. I mean, you can only do so much on these little things, but that's why you hook up a MIDI keyboard. And the sounds, I mean, they're amazing. I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking up. I don't know if the camera's picking up the amazingness of the sound, but then you got even like modular synths where you can you basically make your own synths. I mean, if you know anything about synths, you basically kind of like when you turn Reason around and you get to move all your wires around. Now, I'm not too engrossed in all this because I don't ever get the outcome that I want, so I don't really mess with those. But that's the keyboard section. So, all right, next we're gonna move on to the plugin section.